Picture yourself beside a river, thousands of years ago. The water moves fast. It looks deep and dangerous. Food sits on the other side, but you cannot swim across. A fallen tree drifts past, floating lightly on the water. It carries its own weight. A simple thought appears. Could that log carry you too? Turning a floating tree into a real vehicle was one of the greatest challenges in human history. For thousands of generations, deep water was a wall. If a river was deep, your journey stopped right there. If an ocean was wide, the world ended at the shore. Humans were locked to the land. Then someone noticed a simple fact of nature. Wood floats on water. It pushes against gravity and stays on top. This simple discovery changed everything. If wood stays above water, anyone holding onto it might survive too. So picture an early human jumping onto a round floating log. What happens next is pure disaster. The moment your weight hits the tree trunk, it spins. The log rolls over instantly, throwing you into the cold water. Buoyancy was easy to discover, but balance was a dangerous trap. A round log is unstable because its center of weight sits too high. To survive on the water, ancient humans had to solve a difficult engineering problem. How do you stop a round piece of wood from rolling over in the current? The answer came from watching nature. In the wild, old trees sometimes rot from the inside out. They leave behind a hollow wooden shell. When these hollow logs fell into rivers, something strange happened. They did not roll over easily. By removing the heavy wood from the center, the weight shifted lower down. A lower center of weight creates natural stability, keeping the log upright in rough water. Ancient humans saw this difference and decided to carve hollow logs themselves. There was only one big problem. They had no iron tools. They had no metal saws and no sharp blades. So how do you hollow out a massive tree using only soft stone tools? The secret was a clever combination of two things: fire and patience. Ancient builders placed hot burning embers along the top of a log. The fire slowly burned the wood inside. They kept the outer walls safe using wet mud, protecting the shell from burning away. Once the inner wood became soft and black, they scraped it away with sharp river stones and sea shells. Burn, scrape, repeat. Day after day, week after week, the fire carved deep into the log. The result was a dugout canoe, humanity's very first water vehicle. It was lighter than a solid tree. It stayed balanced in rough waves, and it carried humans safely across deep rivers. If you are fascinated by how early humans unlocked the secrets of our world, take a brief moment to subscribe and join us as we uncover the hidden history of human survival. Now our ancestors had a vessel that could float and stay upright in the water. But another dangerous problem appeared immediately. You step into your new wooden boat and push away from the riverbank. You are floating on top of the water, but you are completely helpless. The fast river current grabs your boat, pulling you toward sharp rocks or out into the ocean. A floating boat without control is just a floating trap. How do you push yourself forward when there is no solid ground to lean on? At first, ancient humans used long wooden poles. They pushed against the riverbed, moving the boat forward inch by inch. This worked well near shallow shorelines, but the moment the water grew deep, the pole became useless. The river bottom disappeared, leaving humans trapped in strong currents. Then came another brilliant idea. Someone took a flat board of wood or a wide animal bone and dipped it into the deep water. By pulling the flat blade backward against the water pushed back with equal force. The boat moved forward. The paddle was born. For the first time in history, humans could steer, speed up, and control their direction against the power of nature. Different regions created totally different designs. In dense forests, thick logs were carved into strong dugout canoes. In frozen, northern lands where trees did not grow, humans stretched waterproof animal skins over bone frames to build lightweight kayaks. Along ocean beaches, people tied bundles of floating reeds together with strong plant vines. Every community found its own clever answer to the exact same goal: to cross the water and see what was waiting on the other side. Waterways were no longer giant walls stopping human movement. They became the very first highways of human history. Boats allowed our ancestors to catch deep water fish, escape dangerous predators, move heavy goods, and travel across ocean channels to discover new lands. Every modern cargo ship, speedboat, and giant ocean liner traveling across our world today started with one curious ancestor: watching a wooden log float down a river and daring to step onto it.